to side, baby, back and forth. God above and the devil below you. You got your reasons, I got my wants. Still got that feeling, but I'm too old to die young now.
Okay. Oh, hello and welcome to episode 3/2 of Bored to Alaska, starring Scott Colleen and Russell Ariel. We are here with you again. So good to be back.
That is Russ. I am Scott.
Yeah, that's Scott. I'm Russ.
You have to differentiate.
There's Sitka. That's Sitka with the jingling.
I don't know if the people can hear that.
Oh, such a good sound.
Is it?
Before we break out the Pabst.
Not old enough.
Oh my god. So, I just went on to the merch table site.
For what?
Which is a site for merch.
Well, yeah, but is it like...
For my favorite podcast, Tell 'em Steve Dave. And they released a bundle for the comic book that they worked on, Cryptozoic Men.
Mm-hmm.
It came out in trade paperback form. And they refer to their fans as Army Ants. We have our own shirt. And they released dog tags with the same logo that go along with it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the dog tag is a USB of 4 rare pods that they did for certain events that they did that I couldn't get because I was poor at the time. And
how much was it?
Well, it was only like the pods. It came with stuff that they only like maybe $20, but I was when I was living paycheck to paycheck when I was married. Well, they re-released them as a USB dog tag that went along with this paperback, and I was going to get another new shirt. And it is sold out already. I didn't get a chance to order it on Friday because it was like 5 minutes. I discovered it 5 minutes before I had to clock out. And I was like, well, I'll get it Sunday when I'm with Scott. Fucking sold out already.
You had a day. You had a Saturday.
It's not. It's my fault.
You didn't even do anything Saturday.
I fucking sat on it, and hopefully they'll redo it.
Well, just send them an email or a tweeter.
They don't fucking respond to their...
Call the store.
That's the thing. If it's with Bri is if I'm not a very attractive woman with gigantic knockers, he doesn't respond. Or if I'm talking shit to him, that's when he responds. He doesn't respond when he if you're a dude or you're complimenting him. Yeah.
Just call the store then. I'm sure there's a phone number on it.
Yeah, I'll see. I'll tweet.
Call him right now.
I'll tweet him later. I'll see if.
Plug your phone and give him a call.
No. All right. Is that what we have to do if Lisa comes on the show?
I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out. I'm sure it's a lot less complicated than I'm thinking about it.
No. I'm sure it's extremely complicated. It'll make you want to shoot yourself.
No. The audio would be here. Skyping in would have better mics though than the computer mic.
Everyone likes Skyping.
No.
Really? You don't think so?
I don't like Skyping.
You don't like Skyping?
No. I don't like the delays in talking. It makes everything weird.
Anyway, so like I said, it's good to be here recording with you again, Scott.
It is good to be back.
Oh, we just got, right before we started, we got done watching a couple episodes of Comic Book Men.
What did that make you feel, Russ?
It made me feel fun.
Made you feel fun? Alright.
Like I'm fun again, like I'm not boring. I mean, when I get home, I'll realize that I'm boring again. It was amazing at how many commercials for Breaking Bad that they were still doing.
Even though it's like 2
years like ad nauseum.
after?
Yeah. And what was this last year that it finished up? But they did that.
They split the last season and everything.
Yeah, they did that binge on AMC every Sunday for the last 2 months, and I'm guessing that's why the ads were there. But it just got me thinking about TV in general. We were talking about movies in the last episode a lot. And you're a movie guy. You do a lot of...
No,
You
I'm not a
watch a
movie
lot.
guy.
You're a video games more.
Yeah.
than
I
video.
don't watch much movies anymore. I'm starting to get back into it.
Yeah, you're mainly watching all the movies that I don't watch.
Yeah. And then I try to make a reference from them. You look at me like I'm a retard.
Well, I feel like if I don't... Like, there's, like, cutoff points with me for movies. Like, if I don't watch a certain movie by, like, a year or two later, then I'm just like, I'm not going to watch it. I don't care if I see it.
Well, a lot of movies I don't see until a year or two later. Like, I'll be all excited for them and just completely forget about it. And then catch them later.
Like with Gravity. Like, if I don't see that in a certain
Gravity
amount
was
of
a good
time,
movie.
Eh.
You haven't seen Gravity?
I saw it.
You see it in IMAX?
No.
That's why, Russ.
Movies should not be predicated
That movie
on...
was like Pacific Rim. Like, it has amazing visuals and it's fun to watch.
Yeah, I'm sure. But no good movie should be predicated on you have to watch it in a certain way.
Well, I watched it on my computer and I still thought that was kind of cool.
Did you steal it, Scott?
No.
Did you steal it
Blu-ray.
just like you stole Expendables 3?
I didn't steal Expendables 3. That was gifted through DVD.
By Stallone himself.
Nope.
But I am what you call a TV connoisseur, so to speak.
Well, I'd much rather watch TV than
That
movies.
just means I'm a fat turd that watches a lot of TV.
Movies are good for when you don't really care. You just want to be entertained for 2 hours and not have to worry about the story later.
Yeah. And I think we both agree that Breaking Bad was a good show.
It was a pretty good show.
It was a pretty good show. In actuality, I think it may be my favorite show.
Really?
Yeah, because it's one of those rare shows for me where there was like no bad episode. There was nothing. The acting was terrific, and there was no real bad episode to me.
See, there isn't a bad episode, but there was a couple characters in there that really bugged me. That they could have done less of.
Like who?
Skylar. The kid. If it was just Walt and Jesse the whole time, it would have been so much better.
So you're just hoping that Walt Jr. would get it, like
Yeah.
like every episode.
Yeah.
You're just like every time you tuned in, you're like, God, I hope that fucking kid in crutches gets it.
I would like to see it, like, if it was just Walt and Jesse, like, a reimagining of it. Like, if Walt was, like, a single guy, and he got cancer, and he's like, oh, I got nothing left to lose. Whatever.
Well, that's certainly a reboot adaptation that you could take up in about 10 years.
Mm-hmm. And Jesse has the family. You're like, what the hell? No, but I mean, because the whole thing is like him kind of dancing around, like his family and everything, trying to hide it from him from like half the show.
So you're saying if he had no other responsibilities and
if it was just that, just see what would happen.
nothing to account to.
Yeah,
I think that might make it a boring show.
maybe. Would be kind of cool.
But I love that show. Earlier this year, I was harping on you about watching Fargo.
I still haven't watched that.
I see you have some on your computer that you still haven't watched, apparently.
It's on there?
Yeah, you have a couple episodes on there. It's a great show.
I did not know I had that on my computer.
I think you'd like it. I really do. I think it's great. Billy Bob Thornton.
He's in there?
Amazing.
I thought the
It
lawyer
has the
was
Hobbit
in there.
in that.
The Hobbit? Oh,
The lawyer.
yeah.
It does have Bob
Odenkirk,
Odenkirk
yeah.
in there.
Apparently I'm going to Bellingham.
Huh?
So apparently I'm going to Bellingham.
Tonight?
No.
What are you going to Bellingham?
I don't know.
Your dad just called, or your mom just texted you and said, we're going to Bellingham.
No. I am going to Bellingham.
So, the Bellingham. Why? Do you know?
Nope. Going to Bellingham. Probably to do something with my cousins.
Podcasting. Are you cheating on me already?
You think I can get all this equipment in my carry-on? Because I don't check bags.
I try not to either. When I went down to Utah,
No, it's not a try with me, Russ. I don't check bags.
So you just wear the same fucking outfit for the entire trip.
No, I just wash my clothes. I bring like 3 changes of clothes in my backpack with my laptop, and I'm good to go. That's all you need.
All right, man. Like,
What, you don't believe me?
No. Far be it from me to call you a liar.
I'll reach across this table, Russ. I'll take that Buddy Coke away from you.
No, I earned this Buddy Coke.
Yeah, you did.
Sitka earned it too. So, I figured today we would spend an episode discussing topics that were given us to us by our fans, our non-existent fans. So,
there's a couple people that are excited for this. Not non-existent. They just don't know what they're getting.
And they will. And they will figure it out, and they're going to be sorely disappointed.
Then they will be non-existent.
Yes. Okay, so our first...
Wait. Before we get into anything. We got off track the last episode. We need to thoroughly discuss Tusk before we continue.
Okay, we can put TV aside. I would like to discuss Tusk. We did get sidetracked. Going into it, you didn't know a whole lot more than what I told you about.
I knew the dude was from Accepted was in it.
I knew a lot because I'm that kind of guy.
Well, that's what actually got me started listening to Smodcast after that. After he said it tied in.
You're welcome.
And I'm like 30 episodes in, and I can already see the relation. Like the Hobo Spider thing.
The Hobo Spider thing is awesome. You're going to see... I think one of the best parts of it is just the little Easter eggs, nuggets that he threw into the movie for the Smodcast fans. That just made me kind of giggle to myself, and I thought it was awesome. There's that one part where did you get into the Smodcast where he's talking about Bruce Willis?
Yeah. Well, I've seen a lot of interviews with him where he's talking about like Cop Out was great except for Bruce.
Well, Bruce Willis would often go through the script that Kevin Smith was talking about and saying, "What do we have all this chuffa here?"
Well, we have all this chuffa twice, right?
Huh?
In Die Hard and in...
well, yes, Kevin Smith was actually in Die Hard 4.
Yeah, he was the guy in the basement yelling at his mom.
Yeah, but so that's what he was like. Sweet, I'm going to work on Bruce Willis again. Didn't turn out that way, and so Bruce would often say to Kev, like, you know, we have all this chuffa here. What are you talking about? It's nonsense. Like, where's all this action? Like, and he kept calling it chuffa. And I still don't know what that means, but
apparently bullshit.
Bullshit. And there's this part in Tusk where Justin Long is he's told that his leg was bitten by a spider, a hobo spider. I believe they call it the hobo spider.
Yeah.
And gets his egg amputated, and so Justin Long kind of senses that something's fishy, and
even though that can actually happen.
And yes, and he's starting to call Michael Parks, who plays Howard Howe, on his nonsense, and this is part where Howard just stands up and says, "Let us do away with the shaffa," sir. And I thought that was so awesome. But like the little bits that he put in that were just like a love letter to the podcast listeners, such as the ringtone is from Hollywood Babylon. They talked about a incident in Canada where a plane, when they converted from what we call normal back to metric, they were filling up a gas tank.
Standard.
Yeah, standard. And
not normal.
And they hadn't switched to, hadn't accounted for the metric. And so this plane ran out of gas in Canada.
Yeah, from gallons to liters.
Huh?
From gallons to liters.
Yeah, and these pilots had to glide the plane into a safe area, and they called it the Gimme Glider. Well, that restaurant that Johnny Depp goes with Teddy and the girl, I forget her name.
Well, Johnny Depp was just awesome in that movie.
Johnny Depp was amazing. As Guy Lapointe. The restaurant was called the Gimli Slider.
Mm-hmm.
For the burgers.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was great. Johnny Depp was... I thought he was going to take me out of it. Mm-hmm. Because I'm so hit and miss with Johnny Depp.
Well, because it doesn't look like him. He has not at all. Enough like prosthetics and stuff on it. Where if you didn't know it was him, you probably wouldn't be able to figure it out.
It's hard to say because I already knew going in. So as well done up as he was, like I wonder, like if I didn't know, I think would be like
probably wouldn't have because it like with Tropic Thunder, it took me like
an idiot.
No,
I mean I am.
I know, but like with Tropic Thunder, I didn't know it was Tom Cruise till like the third time I watched it. And that was just because he was bald.
I saw it right from the beginning. I kind of saw it just because his like close facial features kind of matched it. Yeah. But they did a good job making him look different.
They gave him like a goatee and shaped his head, and that was it. And I saw Tom Cruise in the credits. I was like, where the fuck?
Well, they put on weight, or they put on padding,
a fat suit or something. You need to take your fat suit off, Russ.
I think there's so many people asking that who's in my life. When are you gonna take your fat suit off?
No, I can see it one day. Like you take off your shirt, you do like a zip down. And
like I've been lying to you all the time. Yeah. Like I'm really thin. I'm
yeah.
Just like, man, that feels good. My 30-year experiment's over.
You're just ripped underneath because you've been carrying all this weight all the time.
Anything else we want to talk about Tusk? And I'd say, what's great about it is the follow through, because there was some talk about on the internet about if you watch the trailer, since you don't see him, there was people were confused, were wondering like, is it just in his head? Is it a cop out type of thing? Like, are they actually going to do it? They really turned him into a walrus. That's what was awesome. Great about him. I'm just trying to think. Did you notice they had the live show posters that they had in the room while they were recording, and there was an Alaskan one.
Yeah. What was it, Baked to Alaska or something?
Yeah, Baked in Alaska.
Yeah. I did see that one. I thought the show was the movie was going to end like the same way as I think Walking Dead's going to end. I thought Justin Long was just going to wake up like next to his girlfriend or something like that in the end. Like the whole thing was a dream, yeah. Just like I'm pretty sure The Walking Dead's going to end where Rick wakes up out of his coma after being shot.
Oh my god, that would piss me so off so much.
That'd be good. That'd be good. Like he just wakes up.
Like I'd be mad, what? But I'd be like,
like the last episode, like he gets like shot or killed or something like that, and then like it cuts to black and you just hear like the beep, beep of the heart monitor, and then he wakes up out of it. Yeah.
And he sees Glenn and Daryl and all the people there. He's like, had this amazing dream. You were there, and you were there.
No, they're like walking by and like.
He walks through life and sees Daryl.
No, like Daryl's like one of the nurses or like the doctors or something like that. And, like Maggie's a nurse or some shit. That'd be a good ending. Don't lie.
And Glenn's the janitor, I guess. Oh, Therese.
Yeah. T-Dog's the janitor.
It'd have to be, I guess. Walking Dead's coming back next week, which dates this episode. So that means we should probably
no, it doesn't. Because it's like around the year time. We don't know what season's coming back in. It could be season number 2.
Season 5.
It's taken us a long time to edit this episode together.
Yeah. You excited or?
I'm excited. I'm more excited for thinking about what it is going to be more than it actually will be. I like contemplating more about what's going to happen than actually just watching it.
I mean, we were talking earlier about them being in Terminus for a while, and you had a theory saying that they're only going to be there in the first couple of episodes, and I surely hope that's right, because I think with the farm it was okay, because
I actually like those episodes.
It was like a haven for them to be out there, but Terminus, I think if they did that again and primarily focused. Like, how many can you go 8 episodes with them all being this
Like,
close to death?
captured.
It's like, God, kill them already, you know?
Well, because the thing is, it's like you can't sustain a story with their like the farm makes sense because they can move around, they go different places. But if they're like in prison there, it's not gonna be that long.
Yeah. So, I am excited because the last 8 episodes, I got into a habit of quote unquote watching the episodes with Sarah. And by that, I mean we both watch it at the same time and text each other during it. And that's pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to that. As far as the season goes, I am curious to see where it goes up. I think it kind of took its edge back that I think it lost.
No, I think it lost it the last like 5 seconds of it. I think that, like all the progress they made to take the edge back, they lost at the last line.
I think he shouldn't have said screw with us. I think he either should have said fuck.
I wouldn't even care if he said that and they just took the audio out for TV. I'd be totally fine with that.
Yeah. Or go a little bit less and say they're messing with the wrong people. Because that's just that whole screwing just sounds like they're joking with them.
Yeah.
You know, like they're screwing with me. And this is like I actually would have preferred they're messing with the wrong people.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been I think a cooler line. Did you read where that last episode where the gang Daryl was in, they were about to take advantage of Carl? And you said that was in the comics.
Yeah.
And they succeed.
No.
They don't. They stop it.
Yeah.
And we're just
like I was just saying, it was like Daryl wasn't there. Nobody was there.
Well, Daryl doesn't exist in the comics.
Well, yeah, Daryl doesn't exist, but like, I think it was only like 3 people. I forget. It was either just Rick and Carl or Rick, Carl, and Michonne in the comics, or something like that. But it was like straight out of it, except for it being, I think it was in the day in the TV show.
Yeah.
And the comics is like in the middle of the night on some road. Like they came across a car and like were sleeping in it. And they started to get all attacked, and then Rick like bit like the guy's throat out or some shit like that, and they all ran away.
Did you read that Andrew Lincoln didn't have a problem doing it, but he was kind of leery doing it? Like, I think this is like going too far for TV.
No, because
he didn't mention that.
The show needs to go farther.
It does, because you get more desperate as time goes on. Now, I talked to you at the airport one time about, do you think you'd kill yourself after a year?
No.
You don't think so? I don't know if I wouldn't, just because it's just like, if there's like no end.
Honestly, I think it'd be kind of like, without like the whole like zombie thing and scarcity for food and all that stuff, it'd actually be kind of entertaining to be able to just walk into buildings. I'd be like going to like all the restricted areas I could find.
You can go to Whittier and do that now.
Yeah, but that's just one building. I want to go into like the FBI building here in Anchorage and be like, hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up? To no
I mean, I can't do that now, but I mean, like, in that situation, no, you can't do that now. Get arrested.
Theoretically, yeah.
I think that would end bad either way. But yeah, the show needs to get up to the comics level.
You told me that. Now, I read like 4 or 5 trades in before I stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Because it got depressing for me. It was excellently written, excellently drawn.
These are all spoilers for all this.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
If you care about anything
about the comics,
yeah.
It just got too much for me. I was just like, and I think maybe because when I was reading them, I was kind of in a dark place in my marriage, and I just couldn't take it. Like
the
all of
darkness
it
looms.
Yeah. So I guess now that I'm out of that situation, I could probably pick it up now and maybe.
Hey, you go to Bosco's, you can buy like volumes there for like $30. Sure. Like they're like that thick, and it gives you like the first like 50 issues, and then the next like 50 or something like that.
All right. You're caught up.
Yeah.
Like up to this month, you're up to.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have it on my Surface. I download all of them.
And it varies vastly from the TV show, which I think is great.
In certain points.
You don't want to just know.
Like, how far did you get into the comics?
I can't remember where it left off in the.
Were they still
Michonne
like
was
in a line? Oh, she was in already?
I think so.
That's like up into the prison.
I think so.
Yeah, because in the comics, I think she just walks in.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah, like Shane dies right off the beginning.
Yeah, like the second trade, or no, like the third issue.
Yeah, it was like third issue.
Yeah. That's where I thought, like, at the part where, because there was a big wonder about how far from the comics were they going to stray. And then the second episode, or third episode, wherever they go, it was the second season, they go hunting. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, shit, they're going to...
Well, it was the fourth episode. It was after Rick came back to the camp, and then Rick and Shane went out, and Shane was pointing the gun at him.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, shit, they're going to... They're going comic.
Yeah, I know.
They're going comics.
Well, I'm glad they kept him around, though, because without Shane there, the second season, there would have been nothing.
It was a great climax. It was the way it ended between them. And they did that nod to the comics where Carl did end up ultimately killing him.
Yeah.
And,
well, not killing him, but...
He killed Walker, Shane.
Because I think it would have been too brutal to actually have him kill him already.
You think so?
Yeah. Because it would have made him killing the kid later on, like... not as effective.
Carl sure has become a douchebag.
Yeah. He's become something. I don't know about douchebag. Yeah, no, the comics are weird. Like, you didn't get to the part where the governor comes in?
No.
The comics? No.
No governor.
Have you like heard of anything after that?
No.
Like how Rick loses his hand?
No. Everything that I know about the series is from you.
Yeah, you should read the rest of it. It's really good.
You've certainly gotten into comics more since we've been hanging out, and I've been kind of into comics. Like, I have my favorites, and I'm not one of those guys that picks up like 10 books a week. But I have my favorites. Like, I read Batman on occasion. I read my fair share of the trades when they come out. The only thing...
By trades, you mean issues, right?
Trades of the books.
Like
single issues
compilations?
or... Yeah.
Okay.
The only thing I read on a monthly basis when it's around is The Goon.
That one I haven't started yet.
I think you'd like it. I really think you like it. It like the first few trades, it kind of deals with a lot more like kind of the humor base, but it delves in with a lot of like sorrow, and it's so well written and so well drawn.
Well, we all know I like depressing stuff.
We do. We do at Bordeaux, Alaska. There's Sitka, our official mascot for the show.
Don't knock over the camera. Sitka.
Game over, Greggy has Porty. We have Sitka.
Yeah, but that dog isn't big enough to knock over all the equipment. All right, so back to this, Russ.
Yes. Would you like to go over some questions?
We can.
All right. So, first question is someone that I've been talking to from Utah.
Utah.
When I did my trip there. And I put out a question to what should you and I record about? And his questions were very basic of who you are, how you got here, and why you stay. This is from Nick at Make It Stink on Twitter. So
you do make it stink.
We've talked about who we are.
Very briefly.
We are friends that met. I think we literally met at the airport. It was a ship day.
Yeah.
And I had became
working
friends
together, not just like bumping into each other at the airport.
Yeah, like doing the bump.
Yeah.
Like that 70s dance.
We both reached for the same bag.
And our hands touched. Oh my goodness. I had struck up a friendship with our mutual friend, Ryan, who no doubt will come on this show when we start having guests.
At least we'll make a reference to him.
Yeah. The man with the bad tattoos. And he introduced me to you, and we basically started ripping on you because
everybody does.
Just because of the South Park episode where Scott's a dick from Canada. Scott from Canada's a dick.
I forgot about that till just now. You guys are an asshole.
We are assholes.
I repressed that so far in the back of my head. That went on for months.
This show's over. Yeah, we were kind of dicks. But the funny thing is you and I ended up getting close, and we kind of put Ryan on the back burner, and we started ripping into Ryan a lot.
Well, it's because he left.
Yeah, he did. He left. He started working in the shop more, and he left us to rot in the airport.
I wouldn't say rot. At least we smelled all right. We weren't getting covered in shit. Have you ever dumped a coach? You get covered in shit.
Not when I dumped them. I dumped it and I walked them back.
Well, because you did it.
I bet when you deal with that many coaches every day, you're caked on.
Well, they're different now.
The odor's caked on with shit.
Like when you did it, they're all MCIs. Now they're all Prevos, basically.
Now you gotta dig it out with a shovel.
No. Gotta siphon it.
This tastes like shit.
Can we switch?
Yeah. They keep making people like Jesse doing it. And Ben. Mm-hmm. Oh, Ben. Shut up, Ben. And that's where we created our airport group, the Sons of Complacency.
That's where this originally came from.
That's where it came from originally. Yeah, we were gonna the show. I don't know if we were gonna call it that, but we're just basically
not that. We just wanted motorcycle cuts.
We wanted more because Scott really likes Sons of Anarchy, and I thought, oh, God, we need our own biker gang. Not necessarily that rides bikes, but always wanted to be part of a gang. Not part of the violence part, but just kind of like the needing of community. And so we created the Sons of Complacency, where we're just happy to be here.
Not causing any trouble.
Not causing any trouble. Except Carrie.
Oh, God. Carrie doesn't like me. He likes you.
He does not like me, dude. He doesn't like anything
You guys hang out. You guys go see movies.
We went and saw...
He invites you over to his house and cooks you soup.
I've been to his house.
I know.
But no, I wasn't inside. I had to do... His wife is...
I've gotten talked to a bunch of times by Carrie this summer.
About what?
The first time I went and I left the bag room open and didn't... We all left and I forgot to call
Who watched
to
the
lock
bags
it.
if I wasn't there?
No. Oh, God, that was a pain, dude. Everybody's complaining about that this year. Like, God, we gotta sit here. I was usually the one that got stuck sitting there and I just texted you the whole time. But, I was there and I unlocked the door with my badge.
Yeah.
And then all the bags cleared out and I left and I shut the door and forgot to call him back. So it sat unlocked for all day. He was kind of pissed about that. I mean, there's no vital information or anything inside that room. I don't know why they get mad, but
no, there's not. There's no gold bars in there.
It's an empty room with cement walls. You're not gonna do anything.
There's not stacks of cash.
Mm.
There's not vital information. There's not anything in that room.
Oh, and then he also got on my ass about bringing company vehicles in the passenger pickup areas. Like underneath the bridge.
Yeah.
He doesn't like that.
At all?
No, not at all. Not one goddamn bit.
I think it all depended on what mood you got him in.
Well, no, he just liked you in general. He always went easy on us when you were there.
No,
Yeah.
That last year he did not.
Well, he did not care that last year. It's because he stopped looking after his kid, Russ.
Maybe
his kid to the wolves.
Maybe.
He's like, I'll treat this guy nice while he's watching my kid, but once he's not, fuck him.
Very well could be. Very well could be, because he did not. Well, I mean, I don't think he disliked me, but I certainly gave him.
Nobody
my typical
dislikes
attitude.
you, Russ. They just become impatient.
People dislike me, dude.
I don't think so.
No, like I ran into Corey at Portugal.
Corey likes you.
No, Corey loves
He
me.
keeps talking about how much he likes you.
Corey loves me, and I love Corey. He's another one I can't wait to get on the show, because we promised him beer.
I seriously doubt he'd actually come on.
He will.
No,
We totally will. Kevin won't. Kevin and Jacob won't.
no, I could see them sitting over there,
Just
not
watch us do
talking.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, talking while we're trying to talk.
trying to fuck up everything.
And I think Corey would. But he has this girlfriend that was there at the show, and he introduced me as someone who sometimes worked at Premiere, and I was kind of buzzed already. So
As you are normally.
yeah, I introduced myself as the worst employee ever at Premiere, and he said, "You're not. I don't think you're the worst. Like we fired plenty of people, and
Well, so you just stopped showing up, so
I didn't stop showing up.
Yeah.
Like I was able to do one shift, but I mean, considering the 3 shifts that I had covered when Marissa was in a bind, and I
camera dead.
don't know why that didn't carry a long way, but he was like, yeah, you just got to stay on Marissa's bad side. And
you can't start yelling out in the middle of training, Russ.
yeah, that's what he said. He's like, she was mad at something that.
Well, because Corey wasn't there. He just kept hearing about it. He was in the
Yeah,
other room.
like she was bitter about something I said like back at training that I don't remember. And he said that, and I was like, that's what Scott said.
Because I was making a joke. 'Cause we thought it was funny.
Yeah, and it's just like, God, because I don't know if it was just like making her look bad at the beginning. It's like, how? Like,
Well, it wasn't what it was intended to do.
Yeah, it was just like, well, I didn't defy your authority in front of anybody. It's just like, I don't think she understood, like, our sense of humor. Like,
She didn't understand you as a person, Russ.
I don't think so. And just
Nobody
on the mere
besides
fact
me.
that because I was pretty far into don't give a shit mode. That's a dangerous part
It is.
to be in when, like, and I'm getting ready to start a second job with Sullivan Arena
Oh, yeah?
tomorrow. No, but
You didn't tell me about this.
oh no, yeah, I got a second job doing like the event
You're a
staff.
Bamboni guy.
Oh God, I wish.
That's not what it's called, is it? Zamboni.
Zamboni,
That's what it
yeah.
is. I said Bamboni.
Oh, Bamboni, you're a great Bamboni.
Yeah.
Focus. I mean, like those guys in the yellow jackets, and they just I'll alternate from like doing security work.
You're gonna be a security guard.
To checking IDs, to taking tickets and shit like that.
Are they gonna give you the fake gun too?
No, I don't think they'll give me that. But I think it'll be pretty cool, and I don't think it'll be a whole lot of work because I'm not gonna be actually doing like security work. The lady in my interview told me we're a no hands, no touching thing, so I'm like I can't grab anybody, nor would I want to, and it's just basically like. Seems like a pretty easy gig. Get some extra money.
Yeah.
And
cool.
and and because it's for the last 3 years before this year, I was doing second jobs to pay my rent. You know, it was like so desperate and like trying to survive and what I needed it. Now it's just like I don't really need it, so it's nice to
Just
have
extra money.
Yeah, it's nice to have, and I won't look at the job like a chore, and I won't stop caring so soon.
Yeah.
You know, it's so ironic for me to need to be in a situation with that and just not caring. Like, I just don't care. But like my job now, I love and I care about a whole. Oh, definitely care about it. But yeah, that's my kind of thing. It's like, I just don't care sometimes. But we went way off the rails.
We are 40 minutes in already. How'd this happen?
I don't know, man.
All right, let's go back to normal things.
Well, let's finish that question. Who we are, we met that. We've been good friends ever since.
Oh, yeah.
And we for a long time wanted to start a podcast, and here we are, living the dream.
It was originally going to be inside the airport, but that wouldn't
and I still think that's a good idea if someone out there wants to take it.
The audio would be all screwed up.
Yeah, we couldn't have done all this. There'd
be announcements every 2 seconds, people talking.
All bags look alike. That could be our sign off. Remember, everybody,
that.
all bags look alike. Said who we are, how did we get here?
Of those announcements.
Oh my god,
just echoing.
Yeah. The other part of the question was, how did we get here? We were both born here.
Born and raised.
Born and raised. Yeah. Why do we stay? That's interesting.
I don't see a reason to stay.
Why do we stay?
I'm getting out of here the first chance I can get, Russ.
You think so?
Punching out. I don't like the cold. I need someplace that's like 120 consistently.
I think we should move down to New Mexico.
New Mexico. We're not starting a meth dealership, Ryan and Russ.
Ryan? It sounds like you already explained yourself to Ryan.
No, yeah. I've explained it to him enough that we're not going to start up that.
But I've been watching the show. It's so lucrative.
No, it's not. They never come out with any money. They always lose it.
You think the people that watch the first season of Breaking Bad, it's like, holy shit, you can make a ton of money doing this, and they haven't watched the rest yet. So, yeah. But thanks, dude, for that question. Hopefully this will get him to listen now. He said he'll listen if I answer that question.
I doubt it.
No, he will. I think he's a legit dude. I didn't get to meet him when I was down there, but we listened to the same morning show and podcasts, so I think he'll totally do it, and I hope he likes it. So, right on, man. You have questions.
Yes, I do. So, Russ, explain to me one of your most embarrassing moments.
Most embarrassing moments. Well, I've talked to you a lot about the goals of the show is, we may not always be smart sounding, we may not always be funny, but a big thing I've definitely wanted to accomplish is, would you say pen, dude? God damn.
Yeah, pen. See, that's why I didn't want you to do it, because it's going to squeak. Come on, Russ. Reach.
No, hold on, I found a pen.
Reach! There you go.
These are the nice pens.
God, that hurts my ears.
These are the nice pens.
I don't know, aren't they? G2s?
Yeah, one of the biggest goals that I wanted to do with this show is candor. I wanted to have a lot of candor. There's honesty and openness with everything. So it's about to get candid.
Alright, and we can go a little bit longer. We have about 45 minutes left on the recording time.
Okay, that's cool. I'm trying to pick because I've had so many embarrassing stories.
Top 3.
Top 3.
Doesn't have to be in any order.
I'll tell you 3 moments, and you can pick one that you want to hear fleshed out.
Like a peacock.
1. I crap my pants at Best Buy on New Year's Day.
At what age?
25.
Huh.
2, while working a spotlight, I had to pee really bad, and I jumped off of. I was connected by headphones because I was listening to the people that were working a soundboard, and as I was working a spotlight, they didn't need it for a couple minutes. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go pee. I jumped down and snapped back because I forgot I had it on, and caused me to hit my head, give me a concussion. In 3.
So you worked a lighting job before, but you don't know how these work.
No, I didn't work a lighting job. I worked at a sound place.
Okay.
I worked in concerts. 3, I embarrassed myself. I vomited in front of Gwen Stefani.
I'm trying to... Okay, yeah, I got it. I don't remember who she was for a second there.
So take your pick.
That sounds familiar. Okay, let's go with the Gwen Stefani one.
Okay, so when it was my sophomore year of high school, 2000, 2001, something like that, or was it freshman? It may have been freshman because it was 99, and that's still when No Doubt was popular. And I was working for a sound company that my friend, his dad, owned. And we were working the show at the Sullivan Arena for No Doubt and the band Lit.
So they came up here.
They came up here, and I remember everyone was in both bands were super nice dudes, but we hadn't seen Gwen Stefani, and we were outside. And I was chugging a chocolate milk because that's what you do.
Again, how old are you?
Like you do. 16.
Okay, that makes more sense.
17. 16, I think. And I was wearing this shirt that said "Boy bands suck."
Okay.
Because that's what all the rage was making fun of boy bands. If you were adolescent male,
And Sync was pretty good back then, Russ.
You know what? I listen to some some Backstreet Boys songs now. I'm like, you know what? This ain't the worst thing in the world. And she came out, and I guess they were getting ready to go to dinner, and we were outside, and she points directly at me and says, "That's not true." And I was like, "Sure it is." And I went hard. I threw up the milk that I'd just been chugging. And she laughed hysterically. But I think I got the last laugh, and because she's been reduced to being on The Voice.
She's on The Voice now?
Yeah.
That's not a show I can't watch. Everybody's like, my mom's like, watch this show. I'm like, God. I don't like those on-stage competitive things.
They are ridiculous.
I don't like them.
So you.
I like scripted writing.
Most embarrassing story.
I've been trying to think about this. It's going to take me a second. I mean, because I felt embarrassed a lot, like standing up in school, doing presentations, reading stuff, and all that. I never liked public speaking until...
You? No kidding.
About, like, senior year of high school. I was always super nervous. I was like the kid that, like, they're going through all the projects. Like, has anybody left? I'm like, just stay quiet. They won't call on me here. But, yeah. Like, senior year, I kind of warmed up to it, and I was doing a video class and making videos and stuff like that. So, embarrassing stories. There's, one of them was I was fishing over where our cabin used to be on 7 Mile Lake. And we were fishing out there for about an hour. It was me, my dad, and Ryan. And I ended up catching a fish. We had one pair of pliers, to take the hook out of the mouth.
Yeah.
My dad's like, don't drop these pliers. I'm like, I got it. He's like, no, don't drop the pliers. Those are our only pair. I'm like, I got it. He's like, they're brand new pliers. Don't drop the pliers. It's a big boat. I'm like, I got it. I put it in the fish's mouth. It kicks once. The pliers go overboard. Like, not even a fight or anything. It's just gone. Another one. I don't know. See, I didn't do much stupid shit, Ross. I'm a very conservative person.
Oh, there was one time that I was really into the Jackass craze.
Like the show or the movie?
Jackass. And I used to do stuff to make girls laugh by hurting myself.
That's how you do it?
That's because that's how you do it. And, oh God, I remember I used to run into walls. I used to run and jump into walls.
Mm-hmm.
And I ran into my hand one time to make this girl laugh.
You ran into your hand?
Well, I jumped in and then, like, I landed like that,
mm-hmm.
like my thumb, like, into the wall. And every now and then, it'll twitch. Like, to this day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I remember at the Diamond Center one time, I don't know if you go to the theater that often. Right now, it's like a...
You actually tried to go there the other day, and the tickets were sold out.
Yeah, since they put those chairs in, it's like 10 tickets.
Yeah.
It's like a Korean clothing place, I guess, right there. It's next to where the deli used
mm-hmm.
to be. But it used to be an arcade, like an addition to the arcade across the way there.
Yeah.
And I remember running and jumping into a wall, and I had no idea that it was drywall. And I put a big fucking hole right in it. Because that's the aerial way.
That's the aerial way.
That's the aerial
Flowing red hair and fishtails.
Red hair. That's what Russell means. I can't remember what language. It's like red fox or something.
Really?
Yeah, I was reading in something.
That does not
Fox
make sense to me at all.
It doesn't make sense. And it's actually kind of dumb if you think about it. But, anyway, moving on. Another question.
On. What is, what's something you've told somebody not to do, but they've gone ahead and done it anyways?
Oh.
And it ended horribly?
Oh, I know I got something here.
Like something you tried to, like, preemptive strike, knock out, but didn't happen. They're just like, nah, it sounds stupid.
I'm blanking right now, but I know there has to be something. I know. Like, I don't often heed really good words of wisdom, but
Well, sure you do. I remember this one time. Me and Ryan, we both built our Jeeps together, right?
Yeah.
He has a Wrangler, I have a Wrangler.
Oh, I think you told me this. This is awesome.
Yeah. No, well, so we finally get to the thing where they're both lifted, and we're like, okay, cool, these are ready to go off-road. And this one I had the blue Jeep, the 4-door one. And we went over to Jim's Creek, which is about 30 minutes north of Anchorage near Palmer. It's on a river. All the sand is really silty, and it's just bad for the cars in general. And I was going along the trail, and he's going along next to me. I'm like, oh, this is awesome. And he sees a puddle in front of us. And we have a CB radios. We're talking back and forth. He's like, I'm going to hit this puddle. I'm like, dude, don't hit that puddle. He's like, well, why not? I'm like, look at the ruts going into it. That looks kind of deep. He's like, no, I got this. I'll be fine. I'm like, dude, do not go in that puddle. Stay right behind me. Let's go around it. He's like, nah, screw this, because it looks like a small puddle. And it looked like something out of a cartoon where he guns it, goes straight for the puddle, and then just half the Jeep disappears. It falls straight into the thing, goes up like halfway on the windshield, blows out the fender flares, and he's just sitting there with the engine dead. He's like, I went into the puddle.
Yeah, you sure did. Oh, I am blanking, man. I can't.
How about any bad advice you've ever gotten or given? Like the opposite kind of that question. Like instead of like
advice I was given, that
like instead of like advice. Like saying to somebody like, hey, don't do this, and they do it anyways, it turns out bad. Like you tell somebody to do something and it ends up bad for them.
Oh, I got a perfect fucking thing. So I dated a girl out of high school, and we were moving from one place to another, and while we were gathering all the boxes, she had left her purse inside a box. And I don't know how the back door, because like here was the the entrance, the living room, and the kitchen in the back, and there was a sliding door from the kitchen that led out into the backyard. She left her purse in a box in the kitchen, and while she was upstairs, she was alone. I guess the back door must have been left open. Someone snuck in through the back and stole her credit card out of her
While you guys were
purse.
there?
Well, she was upstairs. I wasn't there. I was unpacking at the new place, and she couldn't find her credit card. And I said to her, I was like, because she said, well, it's probably in another box that stole the place.
The credit card's in a separate box?
Yeah.
Just away from it?
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense, Russ.
Somehow out of her purse. And I said, you should probably call and cancel that.
Yeah.
Because I've lost cards and I've canceled it immediately. I'm like, I don't care if you find it 2 minutes
later
after you've canceled it. It's gonna suck waiting for a new card, but at least you know.
Mm-hmm.
And she thought, no, I'll just go get it tomorrow. Like, I'm not worried about it.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't find it. And sure enough, it was stolen, and someone racked up $3,000 of charges on her card.
Oh, that's happened to me twice.
Huh?
It's happened to me twice.
Yeah.
All online stuff.
Yeah.
But the bank always catches it for me. Like, they'll call me and they're like, hey, did you take a trip over to France
Italy.
and buy $2,000 worth of Abercrombie and Fitch or whatever the fuck, like nice clothes over there? I'm like,
I
no.
canceled it.
We had this on watch, but just say no and we'll take care of it. That's not you.
Yeah, and she didn't cancel it. And I was so floored. I was flabbergasted that she wouldn't be willing to do that. And then she had to go through months and months of getting all worked out. Like, there was this point, like, the cops really weren't helping her. And
well, it's more of a bank issue than a cop issue.
well, here's the thing, is that it's stolen, you know?
Yeah.
So, I remember one time she went to the cops, and they were like, well, we can look into this, but we don't, blah, 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 blah. And it took her to the point where she was crying in the police station for them. Finally, they looked, because she'd gotten, someone had signed the check in this name. Mm-hmm. And she was like, can you please look up this name? And they were just so hesitant about doing it. And then she's just sitting there bawling her eyes out in the police station. And they finally look up. And it turns out it's a lady that with a rap sheet who's done this shit before. So they found the lady and she went to jail. But I just thought that was so stupid to not do that.
So it was like a dramatic version of Identity Thief.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just, like, I'm really not that smart a guy, but I do know that that's just shit you don't fuck with. Any more questions?
Do you have a question, Ross?
Do I have
what don't you know about me already?
There's a ton I don't know about you.
I think you know pretty much everything.
You think so?
Yeah.
Oh, Sarah was wondering via mail. She was wondering about your love life.
My love life.
How's Scott's love life?
I don't know about that one. Why would Sarah hasn't even met? Well, she met me once.
She's just
That's sushi.
She does some of the girl stuff, you know, like because we're happy. She wants everyone else to be happy.
That confuses me deeply.
Same here. Complicated issue.
Why you got to bring this up, Russ?
Yeah, you said right from the get-go.
Why you got to bring this up, Russ?
Why right from the get-go? I don't have any problem talking about anything.
I don't have a problem about talking anything. It's just going to go way over. That's the thing.
Is it complicated?
It is going to go way over.
That's fine.
I think that could take up a whole show.
You think so?
Yeah.
Just complicated?
That could definitely take up a whole show explaining everything. So that's what we'll do. A different show, a different time.
We'll talk about...
I have to come up with fake names. Like that, it gets good.
Okay, the next episode will be Love on the Rocks.
What's that mean?
Just
I think of like Mad Men when you say
stories about relationships. I'll bring some shit.
No, not till March.
Because you want to drink. You want to drink for this?
Not till March. That did not work out. We have a few more minutes for filler.
Did you have another? You have any more?
What's the worst job you've had?
Worst job I ever had.
Besides the one slapping your headsets off. It's the light we were just talking about.
Oh, you know, that job was okay, but I had no idea that it was illegal.
What was?
To be working kids like because we didn't.
How old were you?
16, but we weren't employees. We were getting paid under the table.
Oh,
shittily, might I add. And the reason that he paid us like $20 a show, and we would work till like 3 o'clock in the morning, setting
like $2 an hour,
maybe. You know, just like working all, and he would take money out of of what he paid us if we saw the show. And he'd have us working the show.
that makes no sense.
And it's like, these people we don't want to fucking see.
You don't do good with those peas.
Yeah. Like, I don't give a fuck about Trace Adkins. I don't give a fuck about
Tracy Adkins, what are you talking about?
I don't give a flying fuck about Aaliyah. I don't give a fuck about, you know, half of these people. And he's charging me to because that was part of the show. Like, I would literally get like $20-$25 a show.
Like, isn't the point of setting up for a show to also stay through the show and make sure nothing happens?
Yeah, we got shit paid. It was so bad. Like, if I saw that guy, I'd punch him in his fucking face.
Why don't we go find him?
Mainly because I think
like a video segment.
He's in his 70s now, so it would make me feel good.
You ageist? When I'm 70, you're not going to punch me?
I don't think it's ageist, because
ageism?
I don't want to punch him.
Oh, now you don't want to punch him.
Or because I do want to punch him. Maybe I don't know. Oh. Well, let's wind this thing down. Another good episode, I think.
You think? Not sure, because we do not know how this will look. I got a
question for you. How what's it looking like on getting these things posted?
What do you mean?
Just, you know, I'm not sure about how we're gonna go about it, because I'd hate to go like a whole nother fucking month.
Well, it's not gonna be that. The posting, I know.
Like, I'm not saying tomorrow. I'm just saying, like, you know.
Yeah.
Because I do know, we joke about it, but there are people that are really interested in hearing what we got.
Honestly doubt that still.
No, I don't think so.
Maybe you know some people, I don't.
Lisa's gonna listen.
No, actually I do know one person.
Lisa's gonna listen.
Lisa probably forgot about it already.
I think Corey will listen if I remind him. Sarah wants to listen.
I think Corey will have the intention of listening, but never actually do it.
No, I think you will. You have to hammer. You have to keep
throwing CDs at him
that don't have anything on them. Yeah. Just like, God damn it, Corey.
Because you know he's not gonna pick it up and listen. Just be like, listen.
Yeah, I guess we could do that.
You know how long it takes to burn a CD?
Does anybody have the equipment to burn a CD anymore?
This thing doesn't have a CD drive in it. I took the CD drive out of that one.
Does anybody fucking have a CD burner anymore? What's a CD? Oh my goodness. Just in general, like, because I know, like, I keep saying SoundCloud because that's the only thing I know of.
See, that's the only thing I don't know of.
I mean, what else do we post it on?
Like, the only thing I ever use is the podcast app, YouTube, or, that's it.
But the podcast app goes to iTunes.
Like, the only thing
know.
I've ever listened to on SoundCloud was your band. That's it.
Yeah, I don't think it's that hard to get it on there for someone that's tech savvy like yourself.
Well, I'm sure I can figure it out. It's just not something I've never used.
For me, that's like peeling a banana. It's incredibly difficult, and it makes me sweat.
I haven't peeled a banana since I was like 3.
I
don't eat bananas either.
I like bananas.
I don't eat bananas.
It's not as bad as an orange. Like trying to work an orange.
I don't eat oranges either. Ryan eats oranges like religiously. He eats tangerines, little ones.
Those are good. It just takes so much goddamn work to get there.
Unless you like the skin. That's like an apple.
I don't think I could eat the skin.
You can eat the skin.
I don't think you're supposed to eat the skin.
It'd be a little tough. Like, if you eat pistachio shells, it's a little tough on your
What
teeth.
does that?
I'm sure somebody does. Dude from James Bond with the metal teeth and jaws.
He died. Recently.
Well,
he died. I forget his name.
Things happen.
Yeah,
Jaws.
people die.
Yeah.
He died of death.
I know.
He got old. So hopefully we'll get these posted out soon so you can listen to it, because I know we have a huge audience waiting to get their hands on board to Alaska.
4 people.
4 people. Maybe 5.
I can almost fit it on 2 hands. No, but yeah, the audio is gonna be no problem. The only thing that's gonna take a little bit is the video.
Well, I think you should post the audio and then work on the video.
Well, because I don't know how. See, the thing is, I know how to do everything. The posting the video and the audio on YouTube, that's easy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to do just the audio part yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna learn all this.
We're getting there, and you know what? I don't mean to sound ungrateful or anything. I mean, you are the proprietor of getting this thing going.
I'll totally lend you one of my laptops, and you can go ahead and go at it if you want to try to figure it out.
I mean, I could talk to some people who I do know who work SoundCloud.
So you're just gonna pass it off?
Oh, I wouldn't be able to figure it out. I'm an idiot when it comes to that kind of stuff. I know how to drive a van. That's it.
You do know how to drive a van and an Element.
I don't know how well I drive the Element.
You drive it great.
You think so?
Yeah.
I didn't get it stuck in a puddle.
You didn't slam it into another car yet?
Yeah, I did. Last year.
I know, I said yet, again.
Well, yeah, I've maintained.
You've gone a whole year, I think.
I maintained the structural integrity.
Ready to wrap it up? There's about 15 minutes left on the camera.
I don't want to, but we should.
I don't either, but we will die. See that's flaccid flashing.
But we will be back. We're not gonna take as long as a break as last time. We'll figure it out.
Even though they don't know that there was a break the first time.
They don't, but I do, and I'm promising myself that we're not gonna take as long as a break.
As long as a break.
As long a break.
As long as a break.
As long as a break.
As long as a break. As long as a break.
Because we went over a month between recordings.
It didn't feel like over a month. Maybe just a month.
No, because we recorded in like August 30th.
I don't remember dates.
You don't remember anything.
Ever since I got out of school, I don't keep dates aligned. The only thing that keeps dates in my head are Tuesdays. That's when all the new games come out.
Priorities.
Like 14th, October, Evil Within. It's going to be amazing.
Okay, I'll tell you.
You don't even know it?
Nope, I don't know anything about that.
I don't know when Silent Hills is coming out, but I'm going to make you play it again. Play as that Norman Reedus walking down halls.
That was terrifying.
That was amazing.
That's exactly why I don't go see horror movies.
Well, that's not a horror movie, though. That's not even a jump scare thing. That's just tension.
Yeah, that's why I don't go see it. Because, like, if I was in a theater seeing that, because, there'd be some parent with a 10-year-old kid that was handling it better than I would.
The thing is, like...
it's just confusing for a kid to ask his dad, like, hey, Dad, why is that grown fat guy crying over there in the corner?
Like,
with his pants off.
Horror movies done well are nowhere near what horror games done well can do.
Sure.
Because with horror movies, you can just, like, kind of grit your teeth, close your eyes, and, like, shut yourself off, and the story will continue. But in the game, you have to be conscious in it, or else you're not going to go anywhere. You can't just, like, passively blow it off.
I can.
No, you can't.
I can.
Not when you're playing.
Oh, I can.
No, you can't.
I can totally.
I've seen you.
Fuck this. I'm out.
You got like no, because to finish it, I'm saying you can finish a horror movie without getting scared by just dismissing it. Stay on your phone the whole time and text. To say you beat a horror game is completely different.
I'll just tell people I beat it.
No.
I don't care.
Because when they look up your trophies,
Who's gonna call me
your PSN,
on it?
I
Who's gonna
will.
call me on it? You ain't gonna call shit.
I will call shit. You know I call shit. What happened when you said Boys Around Here was a bad song?
You haven't proved me wrong.
Yeah, but I did create a Facebook profile.
Just keep... Oh, yeah, the
spiteful.
Spiteful Facebook profile.
And it is a great song.
Speaking of which, you can find Scott and I on Facebook. I think we will eventually create a podcast Facebook page, but not until at least we start getting some episodes going. You can find me on Twitter at Mr. Barrington, MRBEARRINGTON.
No dot between Mr.
No. I'm pretty funny on Twitter, sort of. You can find Scott.
You do post a lot.
At Scott Colhane on Twitter.
No space.
No space.
Can you do spaces on Twitter?
Yeah.
I still don't know how this thing works.
You'll figure it out.
I will.
I'll show you. We're also going to be melding Scott's YouTube page into the pod's YouTube page.
We may change the name later, but it is just Scott Colhane for now.
So we'll get that down. We're going to get these up so you can enjoy them. I firmly believe we will have 10 fans by the end of the year. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
And don't forget the website is B2APOD.com.
We will get that going here soon.
No time soon.
No time soon, but we'll
do not give anybody any expectations.
I'm more concerned about just uploading these pods right now. But until then, I'm Russ Lariel.
I'm Scott Colhane.
Thanks, guys, for joining us. You guys keep doing what you're doing.
God damn it, Russ.